And here we are, as requested on by the community, a 0 overall rebuild. This this is no typical rebuild for sure. As you see, everybody is a 12 overall on offense and defense. I'm not excited for this. This is going to take forever, but this is for hitting 50 subs, which I now think we're almost at 70 already, so thank y'all so much for the support. It really means a lot to me. And let's get this one going. What a surprise, we went 0-17. We threw a touchdown pass. How did that happen? How did we even get positive rushing yards, bro? Yo. Xavier was negative 16 rushing yards. Wow. Why is Josh Wiley here? This guy's actually a tight end. I don't know why he's here. I could have swore I turned off auto signing and it signed him to our team. Well, this is why we have save files. Cam Ward had 245 receiving yards. Wow. How did Marcus Harris allowed 0 sacks? That's crazy. 21 sacks allowed from Roger McCreary. My goodness. Looking at free agency, there is some decent pieces here. Obviously, this rebuild is going to be taking a while. At least in real time for me. It may be only like an hour for y'all, but this takes like 5 hours to do for me, so definitely helps with anything that y'all can do. Looking at quarterbacks, I think we're going to try to pick up Kyle McCord, because he's definitely better than Dorian Masu Jr. throwing to anybody, so. And we don't have to worry about cap room anytime soon at all. So, we're just going to try to fill out the roster. So, at the end of free agency, we have signed a good amount of players. We did sign Davis Mills to be a backup quarterback. We rebuilt the entire offensive line. 2 new edge, 2 running backs, a corner, defensive tackle depth. So, on to the draft. Alright, so we're here in the draft. We obviously are going to have the number 1 overall pick. And what I'm thinking we do here is we got to trade down. We got to get future draft capital. 3 first-round picks from the Bears for the next 3 seasons, including this year. We can get the Browns next year first. There is definitely some intriguing offers. 3 firsts from the Saints. I do like this offer from the Bears with their 3 first. We're just going to take that offer. Like, we're just going to have to continuously trade down. Because if we don't, like, we just don't really have anything. We just need players to fill out what we've got. I would like to remain in the first round. Anything helps. Let's see. 2 first from the Falcons. It's really tempting. 2 first from the Dolphins. We're going to take this Dolphins thing. We're going to trade out of the first round. And get to the second. And now we'll start making selections. I just wanted some future first round picks, personally. I don't really have anybody scouted. I'm just going to start looking at players. Pretty much need everything. So I do like Danny Martin. A awareness, a tackle. We're just going to go ahead and take him. 59th in true value. Hidden dev. And we're in the third round now. Obviously, we are going to be looking for a quarterback, but there was really no quarterbacks in this draft that I liked. Josh Sheffield does look to be pretty good. There's another tight end below him out of Tennessee, just not at... He's got great speed, but poor acceleration, so... We're just going to take Sheffield. We definitely need tight end. We get another hidden dev. On to the fourth. We do not have a 5th round pick. We do have 2 6 from Baltimore. We have 1 from Baltimore and our own as well, so. Danny Simpson. Not great. Day 3 quarterback. Definitely do need safety. We're just going to take Marcus Williams just to fill out the safety position. D pick is it a dev though. 83 speed. More of a linebacker build, but we definitely do need linebackers as well, so. Going to take a look at the linebacker pool. Just need people better than 0 overalls. Eddie Owens doesn't look terrible. Honestly, had a pretty good combine. 208th in true value is normal dev. On to our pick from Baltimore. Like I said, we're just looking for people better than 12 overalls. Mike linebacker. We definitely could sign some of these UDFAs. But I would like them on more long-term contracts. We get another hidden dev. UDFA, 326 in the true value, but is hidden dev, so we'll take it. And our last pick of the draft, or our last 3 picks of the draft. Alright. We definitely need another linebacker, a will linebacker, preferably. Sanchez skipped the combine, but the pro day was decent. Has pretty good... He looks to be really athletic, so... 315th in true value is normal dev. We need a free safety. Eddie Barron had a pretty dang good combine, so we're going to take him. And 123rd in true value is normal dev, but will be a pretty decent player. Alright, our last pick of the draft. Carlos Matthews ran a pretty fast combine. Need a receiver. 143rd in true value is normal dev, but definitely will start. Looking at our draft recap, isn't terrible, isn't great. We just need players, to be completely honest. We just need players. Danny Martin is a 73. 73 for Sheffield. 65 for Williams. A 66 for Owens. A 62 for Flingen, a 62 for Sanchez, 68 for Barron, and a 67 for Matthews. And this is a team going into, technically it's year one, but you could call it year two if you'd want. And there is not a single 0 overall left on the roster. I signed some undrafted free agents, and we have filled out the entire roster. We want Williams starting. We want Martin starting. And I did find this undrafted free agent, Kurt Rosenthal, start Ev, so could be a tackle for the future. We are 70 overall, but hopefully we can maybe put a win on the board this season. Who knows? So at mid-season, we are 2-4, which I did not expect. Cincinnati 6-1, and Tanner McGee is playing for Philadelphia, so I would have to assume Jalen Hurts is injured. But 2-4, not going to look to make any trades. We do have some renegotiations, but most of them are just one-year deals that we signed to fill out the roster. So we'll probably be letting some of these guys go, but doubt we'll be letting most of them go. Like, I do want Rosenthal to come back. I want Brian Scott to come back as well. So we'll see. Oh, 3 more games than last season, and we weren't dead last in defensive pass yards. We were actually number 11, so we're at a little over 3,000 passing yards, 12 touchdowns to 14 interceptions. Not great running the ball whatsoever. Zamir White, almost 500 yards. Keaton Mitchell was very injury prone. Only played in 9 games. Hunter Renfro almost goes over 1,000. Rondell Moore, not great. Josh Sheffield was very good. He just didn't get thrown the ball to the end zone. Only 1 touchdown of the season, but played very well. Defensively, Gomez, an undrafted free agent, leads the team in tackles. And Danny Martin, 12.5 sacks. 8.5 for Preston Smith, 5 for Peyton Turner. 3 picks for Kobe Durant, 2 for Gomez, 1 for Crowther, and 1 for Stephen Jones Jr. At the Super Bowl matchup, the Bills take it home over Washington, 31-20. Josh Allen is your Super Bowl MVP. My Buffalo Bills decide to do something. Hopefully that's what happens this season. Maybe. I don't know. Patrick Mahomes MVP. Sean McDermott, Coach of the Year. Khalil Shakir, Offensive Player of the Year. Derek Stingley Jr., Defensive Player of the Year. A quarterback for the Rams, Christopher Forden, Offensive Rookie of the Year. But Danny Martin, Defensive Rookie of the Year for us. So, retirements. Zamir White retires. Preston Smith retires. I know Derrick Henry hangs up the cleats. A very, very, very productive career. Ronnie Stanley. Davante Adams retires. At DevUps, we don't get any on offense. Defensively, though, Danny Martin goes up to superstar development, up to an 84 overall already. He's going to be a beast for years to come. At least that's what we're hoping. Kobe Durant looks to go up to star dev. Flanagan star. Gomez goes up to star. So, defense very much developing. Some young pizzas. So, Marcus Williams up to a 73. I would like to bring back Kobe Durant on a 2-year deal, where cap space not really a concern for us, and he decides to sign on a 2-year deal. We're gonna let Peyton Turner go. Jonas Ellis, I would like to bring back, but he's wants $17 million over 2 years. Just too much for what I would want to pay him to be a role player. Uh, Kurt Rosengard, or Rosenthal rather, uh, definitely want to bring him back, give him a 4-year deal on some cheap money. He wants to play for a new team next year. I don't know what you think. I don't know who's going to sign you. And we're not giving you a $29 million contract. For my great sanity, that's just not required. Brian Scott wants $6 million for a backup running back. I think we could just draft one at that point. We do want Gomez back for sure. He's a starter. Offer him a 4-year deal. And he does come sign with us. So, we get him back. Is there anyone else I do want to re-sign? I do want our kicker back. An undrafted kicker. We'll offer you a low risk. He does sign. I do want our punter back as well. Kierman. This is our another kicker. Another kicker. Yeah, you can go, buddy. Backup kickers are required, but not too much. See, there is some definite pieces that are pretty good. I know there is going to be a lot of Ravens in free agency, just their cap room, how many players they have that are good and need to be paid. Just not ideal. But Zay Flowers is here, Tyreek Hill is here, obviously, in real life, snapped his leg in half. Not great, but Madden does not reflect that here. Marlon Humphrey, DeForest Buckner, Joey Bosa, Jair Alexander, Brandon Jones. Some very interesting pieces, although they are not interested in our team. After 3 players in free agency here, punter, J.K. Scott needed a punter. We're going to bring in Clark Phillips the third over from Atlanta. And we're going to bring in a situational edge rusher in B.J. Ojolari to be a backup / starter, depending on whether we decide to play him at left edge or not. And here we are in the draft. We have pick 1 and 2 and pick 12. And I don't know which ones it's from, but I know we did get... Okay, so pick 1 is from Miami, pick 2 is our own, and pick 12 is from Chicago. So, there is really nobody I wanted at 1. This trade is very tempting from Houston. Very, very tempting. Same for the Vikings, but they have a better team. Like, there's just some really good trade offers that I end up getting. Like this trade offer from the Jets, they give us 3 2028 first and a 2028 second with a 2027 or this year's 6th round pick, which would just be fantastic. And I do think that is the trade we are going to take for pick 1. Who do they end up taking? It's going to be Freeman, who was the guy I was looking at, but I was also looking at this guy, Cliff Collins. A power back, has a good burst of speed, is a round 1 talent. It's our weakest position. There's a top 5 corner down the board in Terry and Irwin rather. So there is also a quarterback in Bowden. But with pick 2, we're going to take Cliff Collins. He's ranked 9th in true talent. Is hidden dev, 90 speed out of Vanderbilt, who is also having a very, very good season in real life. Undefeated. As I'm recording this, they are undefeated and are going up against Alabama today. But I don't know. Will they stay undefeated? No clue. But pick 3, I think we're going to look to trade down again just to get more draft capital. Let's see. This Green Bay Packers trade is an interesting one. We get a second this year, which would be very nice. 2 first the year after this one and the year after that. Another Jets first round pick. Definitely some interesting ones. The Cardinals. We're gonna take this trade from the Packers, though. Get 2 future first. And I don't know if the quarterback's still gonna be there at 12. Irwin goes. Oh, that sucks. And Bowen did go at 5, so very unfortunate, but I didn't expect Irwin to go, but he did, so not great at all. Let's see. Diaz, an interesting edge rusher. A power move, B tackle. There is some tackles down the board. There's a wide receiver, Barden. Decent athleticism, just not a great deep route runner. Could be an interesting pick. Do need a tackle, though. Do need corner. Finch, who's only a 20-year-old corner. Very interesting. Could be somebody I look to take down the board. We do need free safety, but we really need offensive line. Therefore, I'm going to look to take one of these tackles between Austin Harris, Connor Ross, and Kerry Myers. Now, with Harris, he's a little bit taller than the other tackles. Has really good athleticism. The fastest left tackle in the draft. It's just his bench press that scares me a little bit. Other than that, he's very fast. He could jump a little bit. I believe that he will be my selection, but we got to take a look at the other ones. Connor Ross, a little bit shorter, as I did say previously. He had a very low combine for the bench, which is not great for an offensive lineman. That's what really scares me away from him, and same thing with Kerry Myers, and he's just a little bit less athletic than Harris, so we're going to take Austin Harris to protect the blind side of our future quarterback. 41 in true talent is hidden depth, though, so should develop very nicely. To the second round we go. Alright. Slate goes. He was a day 3 talent, although he looked very good. And how about that? Cliff Borden, who I could have taken with our last pick, is there, and so is Diaz with that. And this guy, I don't really know how to pronounce his last name, but looks to be a decent athlete. We're going to take Borden here, though. We don't really need edge, but we do need free safety. A+ selection. 14th in true value. Hidden dev. Going to be a building block for the future. And now to the pick that we got from the Packers. Diaz did go, and so did the other edge. A couple other edges did go as well. Brandon Bryant. Looks to be a really good Mike linebacker. Very good athleticism. We're going to take him. C pick he was 67th in true value. Is normal dev, unfortunately, but will probably start for us along with Gomez and what's his face? I can't think of his name. Hi. Alright. Let's see. We do need offensive line. Very, very bad. There's some centers I would be looking at. One had a very good combine. Could be a potential late round pick. This guy had an even better combine. A day 3 pick. This guy, Clone, had a pretty good combine as well. Just does not have the ratings that the other guys do. So, could be potentially looking at them. Lindley looks to be an interesting selection as well. I think we're going to take McDougal with this pick, though. 102nd or 102 in true value is hidden dev, though. So, good pick there. With our next pick, we need quarterback really bad. Our other guy just didn't perform very well last year. McCord didn't do good at all. So, maybe looking to get him some weapons. Hooks doesn't look great. Benedict, who is one of the last quarterbacks on the board as far as up there. Tony Parrish do still need safety. Does not have any combine results. Decided to skip it. I'm not sure whether to take him or not. He does look good. Just, I don't know. Jimmy Williams, I don't know. This guy, Earl Rollins, just, I know for the defensive tackles, what I always look at is the strength rating in the combine. Let's see. Alright, here, bench press. 40, Joey Colon, or Colin, however you want to pronounce his name. Number 1 in the bench press. Doesn't look great. Doesn't look terrible either. Let's see. Gutierrez. Owen Brooks does look like a decent tackle, or a defensive tackle rather. I think we're going to take him here, hoping that he's hidden. Number 25 in true value is hidden dev. Wow, what a hidden gem. 6'6", 352 at defensive tackle. So, on to the 4th. Alright, I do think we're going to take that guard. This right guard here. Lindley. See what he can do. 29th in true value. Hidden dev. This has turned out to be very much better than our previous draft. Also have a lot more picks in this draft, so I don't know if there's really anybody else I want. This Rodriguez kid had a pretty decent combine. I mean, I guess we'll take him. 208 true value, normal dev. Our draft recap. We have so many draft picks that it's literally running off the screen, but we ended it after the Rodriguez pick. And he was a 66, so probably better I ended it there, but 78 for Cliff Collins. Going to be our running back of the future. Harris is a 74. 77 for Borden. A 71 for Bryant, normal dev. McDougal, raw, but is a hidden dev. Brooks was a good pick. 75. Lindley, 75 as well, and then Rodriguez, some later round guys. This Tim Hicks kid was hidden dev as well, so. And Alma's somebody I let the CPU pick. Normal dev, of course. Taking a look at the rest of the NFL. This guy, Meekins. How tall are you? I just have to know. You're 6'2", 81 overall. Where's the number 81 with 89 speed? Is it gonna freeze my game again, bro? Seriously. So this is what the team is going to look like going into year number 3. We're gonna have Collins starting at running back. McCord's gonna start at quarterback until we find a good quarterback in the draft. I don't know if we ever will, but this is what the offensive line is gonna look like. A bunch of rookies. We obviously have Sheffield. Defensively, we're gonna have Martin starting, Flanagan, Gomez, and Ojolari. We're gonna have Bourne starting as well, and Owen Brooks is injured, so. Also, they bring in AJ Epinesa to be a backup edge rusher, so he will be backing up Ojolari on the left side. Well, we took a dip, to say the least. We were 0-7 at midseason. Do we need to make a trade? I don't know. We don't really have anything to go for, exactly. So, I don't really see the sense of making a trade and trying to make the Super Bowl right now. Well, not great, to say the least. Once again, 2-15. So, our pass defense is great. Everything else was trash. Looking at the Super Bowl recap, your Philadelphia Eagles beat the Denver Broncos to win their second Super Bowl, or third, technically. Yeah. I don't know why it says 2, because they won one that year, and then in 2018, yeah, so they should be a 3-time Super Bowl champion, but I guess they're just not smart enough to do that, and they're able to create a game where they have that, but don't get the statistics right. It's funny. Joe Burrow, MVP. Liam Cohen, Coach of the Year. Jamar Chase, Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Adrian Cooper. Bowden, somebody that we wanted to take the quarterback, goes to Colts, wins Offensive Rookie of the Year. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Alexander Osborne of the Cowboys. Looking at DevUps, none on offense. Defensively, nobody looks to have got a DevUp, but it looks to be Owen Brooks, a superstar development. So, could anchor the defensive line with Martin. I think T.R. Tart went up to star, but he'll probably end up retiring in a couple of years. So, looking at free agency, we have Xavier McKinney, Joe Alt, Eli McNeil, Zach Bond, Jonathan Allen, Danielle Hunter, Braden Fisk is here. Definitely some interesting pieces that could help this team. The 4 players we are going to target is going to be Braden Fisk, Terry and Arnold, Garrett Williams, and a receiver who could be a starter for us with star dev, so Dwayne Davidson. 2 of them sign, and Williams and Fisk decide to sign with us. I don't know if Terry and Arnold is going to sign with us. He does sign somewhere, and he does not sign with us. He signs with the Commanders. But look at this. The Rams are building a super team, bro. They added McKinney, Joel, and Zach Bond. So, looking at the draft recap, 5 first-round picks. We only missed technically on one of them. Vogel, not great. But Wallace was fantastic. Mason is going to be our quarterback of the future. This Mason, not to be confused, this guy has Kirk Mason, and then we have Mason Guevara. I think that's how you pronounce it, but he's a normal dev, unfortunately. Brody Austin, another edge rusher to counterpart with the rotation. Sampleton, 78 overall, 99 speed, hidden dev. Sample, 75 overall, hidden dev left guard. Baldwin, a 75 overall, hidden dev tight end to back up. Roberts, a 73 overall, hidden dev. Dickerson, 72 overall, hidden dev. Lennon is a 63 overall, hidden dev. Mac Allen is 67 overall, hidden dev as well. Ben Manuel, not great, but so this is what the team is looking like going into year number 4. Have a lot of auto-generated faces. The entire offense is auto-generated besides Keaton Mitchell and Rondell Moore, but defensively, a little bit more recognizable faces with Braden Fisk and Clark Phillips, Garrett Williams, but the defense is definitely the stronger part of the team, I could say that much. Looking at our record at midseason, we're 3-4. Not too bad. Honestly, a lot better than the previous seasons, to say the least. Season stats. Over just a little under 1,500 passing yards, 9 touchdowns to 4 interceptions for Kirk Mason. Running the ball, Cliff Collins has not been terrible. 4 yards per carry. Only 1 touchdown, though, which is scary. Sampleton has been fantastic. And so is the other Mason. Sheffield has been a little bit out of the scheme, just a little bit. 4 sacks for Wallace, 4 sacks for Austin, 2 for Fisk. Martin did get injured, so 1 interception for Gomez, Williams, and Bryant. It's the season 5-12, which isn't great. Honestly, it's pretty bad, but our defense, as far as defensive pass yards per game, continues to improve. But other than that, not great. So, end of the season recap, the Eagles go back-to-back. Patrick Mahomes, MVP. Jamar Chase, Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Alexander Osborne. We get the Offensive Rookie of the Year, and the Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to the Panthers. At Dev Ups. This, the wide receiver goes up to star. Kirk Mason, superstar. I don't believe he got superstar. He was just a straight-up superstar, so hopefully we could start passing the ball a little bit more. Defensively, we are into a 4-3 now. And Martin, superstar. Austin is a superstar. Wallace, star. So, our edge depth is insane. Our corners are not great. That's where we're really lacking, is linebackers and corners. Our safeties are decent. They're developing. Our offensive line is developing decently. I don't know whether it's a good offensive line or not. I guess we'll have to find out as the season goes on. You should see Amon-Ra St. Brown is here. Jalen Hurts is here. Brian Burns is here. Maxwell Harrison is here. Some very interesting names nonetheless. This is what we save our cap room for. Amon-Ra St. Brown. We have a quarterback on rookie deal, a second-year quarterback. Definitely going to help to bring in a 98 overall receiver. And then we bring in Brian Burns, possibly, to pair along with Danny Martin, who's already fantastic. And Maxwell Harrison could help our corner room a lot. All three of them signing. All three of them are here in Tennessee. This defense just got a lot better, and the offensive weapons we have now are fantastic. We're going to select our first-round picks. We have pick 3 and pick 30. So there is a top 5 corner who we are going to take right here. LaShawn Feller looks to be a generational corner. Spot on pick. Hidden Dev 95 speed. My goodness. Going to our next pick. Now, we do need a left tackle. Or, we just need depth. A lot of depth. And I think that there may be a decent amount of that, but we need the linebackers most of all. So, Hallicody is going to be our pick here. 35th in True Talent and Normal Dev. Is a 80 overall. My goodness. Cody isn't terrible. Slater is a hidden dev edge. Not like we need edge anymore. And then we have Julian Johnson, who is also a hidden dev. So team looks like going into year number 5, I believe. Mason, a superstar. Collins has not developed too well, but hopefully he can have a breakout season. Obviously, we have St. Brown now. Our receivers looking pretty good. Offensive line's developing well. Defensively, this is where the strength of the team is. We have Martin, we have Burns. 2 great defensive tackles. Our corners have been vastly upgraded. Our linebackers are still a little bit weak, but our safeties are decent enough. So this is an interesting trade. Christian Mahogany for an X-Factor running back. Derek Foster. I mean, I'm not going to say no. Really do have to pay some players. So, Danny Martin, we're just going to give him what he wants. And he decides to come back. Josh Sheffield, I mean, he's been okay. We'll offer him a low-risk offer, and he does take it. I don't know if we want to get Foster back. He seems more of a return guy. Garrett Williams, getting up there in age. Flanagan, I would like back, but he has no interest of re-signing. Same with Marcus Williams. Some interesting players still here. Cliff Collins and Austin Harris do have 5th-year options. So we are 3-4 at mid-season. I think we could make a trade, depending on who we have to re-sign, but making it somewhat of a blockbuster trade here. Kyle McCord, backup quarterback, 2030 second, 2032 third, 2034th, and a 2032 7th. For Marlon Humphrey, X-Factor corner, Jonas Sanker, a superstar strong safety, a 6th and a 7th round pick. This should give us a lot more depth in the DB field, honestly. We finished 8-9 this season. Another year of development, and I believe this team could be really, really, really good. almost 4,500 yards, 30 touchdowns, and 14 interceptions for Kirk Mason. Run the ball, Cliff Collins, much better this year. 4 yards per carry, very good. Almost 900 yards, 4 touchdowns. Receiving the ball, 110 catches, 1,773 yards, and 13 touchdowns for Amon-Ra St. Brown. The other 2 wide receivers, over 800 yards and over 5 or more touchdowns. Sheffield wasn't terrible. Defensively, Flanagan led us in tackles, 13 sacks for Brian Burns, 6 from Brooks, and Clark Phillips 2 picks, 2 for Marlon Humphrey, 1 for Sanker, 1 for Williams, and 1 for Sanchez. Super Bowl recap. Not a very entertaining one. The Seahawks dominate. Rams, Christopher Forden, NFL MVP. Micah Parsons, Defensive Player of the Year. Dev Ups, Amon-Ra St. Brown goes back up to X Factor. Defensively, Brian Burns regresses to Superstar, which is okay. Just need him to develop, or develop. He's 32 years old. Just need him to anchor the defensive line. Harrison's at 89. Feller is a superstar development. So, free agency. The Rams quarterback is here. MVP this previous season. Even if we wanted to sign him, we don't have the money to sign him anyways. Mikael Williams is here. Some interesting targets are here. But somebody I want is this guy, Jeremy Sanders. Or Saunders. Is not going to break the bank. We can move him over to free safety. We could even play him at linebacker if we wanted to. And speaking of linebacker, we really need a linebacker. Fred Warner's here. Would cost us a good amount of money. A.J. Brown is a free agent at the ripe age of 33. Not good. We could sign Buda Baker and move him down to Mike, but would like to check the linebacker pool. First, not really anybody here besides Fred. So, I mean, if we were to try to sign Fred Warner, we give him a 2-year deal, up the money just a little bit, and we're his only offer, so we'll see if he decides to sign with us. But those are going to be the only 2 contracts that we go after. We're gonna try to get Saunders, and then get Warner as well. They both signed. Warner comes to Tennessee, but Jeremy decides to go to the Dolphins along with Mikael Williams. So, not great at all. Forden only has 3 offers. I'm going to try to restructure some contracts and see if we can bring in some different players. I would like to try to bring in another safety. And this guy seems to be decent, so we'll offer him. He's an 87 overall. We are his number 1 offer. And he did sign, and he signs with us. So we sign Roberto here and Fred Warner. So we bring back Marlon Humphrey. Our draft recap. CPU took this left tackle, 74 overall. They also took this Mike linebacker, who is a 72. Normal dev, unfortunately. And just not great. Quentin Williams is just sitting here in free agency, so I mean, we might as well sign him. Looking at the team for year number 6. Honestly, I think this is a really good team. The defensive line's insane. Absolutely absurd. The corners are still questionable. we may look to make a trade before the season starts. A huge trade has officially been made. We are trading Austin 2 first-round picks and 2 seconds for Bijan Robinson from the Atlanta Falcons. Huge trade. This is the official 6th-year roster. Mason at quarterback, 88 overall. 98 overall X-Factor, Bijan Robinson. 99 overall, Amon-Ra St. Brown. The offense looks fantastic. Defense is even better. We upgraded our linebacker core by bringing in Fred Warner. We bring in Quinn Williams out of free agency. We are going all in this year. This is a very good team. Was not what I was expecting. This will be the last season that we were doing this. So if we do not win a Super Bowl this year, I have failed to rebuild a 0 overall team. Now, we're going to be trading Quinn Williams for Mason Graham. Both star dev, but we didn't want to have to pay Quinn Williams, so getting off his contract. So, we go 8-9, and we're out of money. We don't have enough. This would take at least another 10 years to do. So if you want to see another one of these, 100 likes, and I'll do it again. But until then, I remain defeated in this challenge. I have a feeling I'll do another one of these before the year's over, but I'm DW signing off. Have a blessed day.